There we go. There we go. Turn that down. Hello, Garza. I'm going to have a hard time reading the chat because I'm literally just going to do food prep this whole stream. I get to do it in my own kitchen, which is awesome. Right here behind me, I think, well, you can at least see, like, right here I have a box of groceries, and then over there I have a box of groceries. I'm going to prep everything that I have for the week, including, we're going to get into some figs. That's right. I won't have to do too much egg prep work here. There's my egg whites. I'm not going to do much potato work, but we'll do a little bit. My onions. I have zucchinis. This is all my meat. So this is chicken, beef, and pork that I'm going to food prep today. We're also going to work on, so I'm not going to do anything with the apples, but I am going to food prep the green beans, some garlic, asparagus, and more green beans. Okay, it is way harder to take care of your diet without food prepping, so we are going to use a couple of my favorite knives today. Whip out the old sharpener. We're going to use my general purpose, my meat cleaver, sharpener, and then I need a boning knife. Some would call it a fillet, but these are kitchen grade. Like, they're what you would see in a cheaper kitchen restaurant, you know. Always got to sharpen your knives. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get chicken on. Chicken I eat the most of, and I like to meal prep it. I've been meal prepping in a certain way. We are going to use since we're going to do so much chicken, rather than the Instant Pot, I'm going to do my chicken. This is my 14-inch Smithy. It's all cast iron, very nice pan. I like to use it for making this chicken because I can cook 4 or 5 pieces of chicken at once. We're going to give that a nice preheat. We are going to use a tad of olive oil. But we're going to use that olive oil for dual purpose. We'll end up using the olive oil to roast garlic here in a little while. So we use about a tablespoon and a half of olive oil, and that should get us where we need to be. I don't have any rubber gloves, so I'm going to raw dog it here. But we are also going to do some pork chops, which I've never done for you guys before. I wasn't going to meal prep on stream. Ike asked me what I was doing. I told him what I was doing. He's like, you going to stream that? I'm like, my wife says, I don't want any streaming in the kitchen because, we look like hoarders because we still have all my mom's stuff in the house. And I'm like, so I made that excuse. But when I really started thinking about it, I was like, my kitchen doesn't have any of my mom's stuff in it, so it was just an excuse. I really want to be there with you guys so bad, and I don't know why. I just feel so embarrassed. I just don't do it. And the embarrassment's got me. So, this chicken, just so that you guys know what I'm doing, I'm going to pat it dry. I have a trash right over here to my left. I'm going to pat it dry. I'm going to get 4 or 5 pieces done and dry. And then I'm going to use my boning knife, fillet knife, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to butterfly them. I just lost my other iPad, so I can't see your chats for a second, but I couldn't really see them anyways. I got this going on. Lots easier to keep stuff clean, I'll tell you what. Here in the bigger kitchen, this is going to sizzle nice and hot when it gets on this pan, but I'm going to lower it because I don't like to cook my chicken too fast. I need to go get my, actually I have one, never mind. I was going to tell you, I got to go get my my meat thermometers. So it's been a little hot over here at the Boyce residence. We finally had to break down and get a new AC. You guys know that I was having AC problems there the beginning of the year, which was a shame. But it is an old AC unit. And so it needed, my house is old. It's about almost 40 years old. And well, 35, I guess. Let's not get too crazy. But it needed a new one. Well, I got the new one in. I'm just going to rinse my hands real quick. I got the new one in, and I think I might put you guys on my phone because that other iPad is on YouTube. That other iPad is dying on me. I want to make sure that you guys... YouTube. Oh yeah, you guys can hear me. So anyways, it's been hot, and so we had that new air conditioner put in, and this and that, and I think I just saw Steph. One of the number one things I get asked about by people that they ask me how Steph is doing. I might have to see if she wants to come on sometime and tell us what happened and different things like that if she's interested. Anyways, I'm going to fillet these. So I fillet them with my big knife here, and you can see it's going through like butter because I sharpened it beforehand. And I just want to make it kind of flat, just like that. I just want it to where it cooks a little bit more even. Anyways, so I'm going to take these. So I'm going to so these come with the separate part of your breast. My mind's gone blank right now, and I'm just going to pull those off, make it a little bit easier to fillet here. When we got this new air conditioning system, I mean, I was excited. It's been a long time coming. You sit there and you nurse these things along, trying to make them work, and so we got the new one installed. The installer's fantastic. Like I really do believe that they went above and beyond with the install. They made sure that the air was running correctly, and all the things like, that needs to happen with an AC unit. But the last couple of days, and I can be a little bit obsessive compulsive, which you guys might already know. I could be a tad obsessive compulsive, and I kept thinking, it's still hot in here, but I was like, but that's your obsessive compulsiveness, Skip. And so I'm trying to convince myself, that there's nothing wrong, and it just felt so hot. And we put in this new thermostat called an Ecobee, and I've been like, the installer's like, let me come back over and check it because I'm telling them it's hot. And I'm like, no, let's see if I could do this, see if I could do that. Well, I'm fairly confident that the Ecobee, I'm more than fairly confident that the Ecobee is wrong. I have some meat probes that can do ambient temperature, and it was about 10 degrees hotter on the meat probes than it was on the thermostat. And so I think what was going on, well, I'm positive I know what was going on, is I wouldn't get the house down cool enough. I wasn't getting the house cold enough. And so by the time it was afternoon, it would get up to 80 degrees, and then it would just keep on creeping up because even the new system wouldn't get cold enough. And so there you go. There's that. We're hoping today when I woke up this morning, it was finally nice and cold in the upstairs, and I'm hoping, come on now, I'm hoping that by this afternoon I can tell if I was correct, which I'm fairly confident I was. We just had a problem with the thermostat. We'll get that thermostat warranted, and Bob's your uncle. So right now we're just going to throw this chicken in some salt and pepper. And we're going to do quite a bit of meal prep, so this is not going to be quick. So smoke them if you got them. I need something to transfer, so we're going to transfer with this guy. We're also going to throw a little bit of nice sear. Nice sear. We can throw one more in there. Let me get this one salt and peppered. So when I cook these like this, I like to only cook them to about 145. At 145 keeps them nice and tender and moist. You know, you cook chicken depending on how you're eating it. If you want it more juicy, if you want it more firm, if you want it, you cook it at different temps. I like to cook it a little under, to be completely honest. While I'm doing this, I like to cook it a little under, and that makes it to where I can, when I reheat it, and actually while it rests, it's really continuing to cook. I cook it a little under, and it gives me my preferred completion. All right, a little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt. We're just going to check this for brown on the other side. Yeah, nice and brown. Oh yeah, that already looks fantastic. Okay, I'm not going to get in too much of a bind on doing other prep because I don't like to get ahead of myself. I don't like to burn my chicken because I'm trying to do too many things at once. Chicken's expensive. However, I did tell you that I'm going to roast some garlic. I'm going to roast some garlic in this oil. That's going to give me a little bit of flavor in my chicken, and it's going to make it to where I have a bunch of roasted garlic later for recipes that I'm going to do. Like when we do some, so when I say meal prep my green beans, my asparagus, I'm basically just going to wash those. I'm going to wash them, break the ends off, and I'm going to have them ready and prepared into portions and then vacuum sealed so that something can be just taken out. And it's all about simplicity, making it dummy proof. I got to get some salt. One second. Here's salt. Oh man. Where is it, man? This is what happens when you live in a room for 6 months. You don't know where nothing is anymore. Okay. I'll have to ask Darcy where the salt is. We'll use this for right now. We are going to fill my crusher, my grinder, with sea salt, which is what it already is anyways. We bought these grinders, these whatever you call them. We bought these grinders like as a pack that were already filled. I don't know if you're supposed to refill them, but we did. And so we've had them for years. They've been good, and we just we've never had to redo them. Okay, let's give these chickens some stirring, or turning. So that you guys know what we're doing here. I'll give you a little, see that right there? That's what we're doing. Just get it nice and caramelized. My Smithy pan is quite seasoned. I've used that Smithy pan for years. So it's nice and seasoned. Doesn't stick nothing sticks to it really. So here's my temperature probe. We're just going to give those a little bit longer. We're going to flip these two over. Let's flip this one over this way. Oh, the garlic, man. The garlic smells so stinking good. So, let's see what the chat says. You know, Sea Star, I pretty much only cook with cast iron outside of the room. Let's see, can you see it from this angle? Yeah, so you could see over here, well, I have this one in the room, one of my favorite cast iron pans. And then I have all these, and then I have my large 14, and I got another 14 sitting over there. So I have two 14s, and then some general purpose cast iron. My cast iron pot is phenomenal. I lied, I'm going to do a little bit of multitask right here. If I can find my colander. I'm going to use this colander and I'm going to wash some green beans. I'm going to wash a bag of beans. And then we're going to vacuum seal everything that we're doing today. Everything we're doing is going to be vacuum sealed. Makes it to where you can have a cooked piece of chicken, these green beans, anything like that. They'll last over a week. They'll last over a week in the vacuum seal. Oh yeah, getting a nice sear on there. Nice roasted chicken. I'm going to start temping them. Alright, we have one finished. That guy right there is finished. You can see it right there. Nice and firm, but still moist on the inside. And it works really good on making any recipes. This one's about done too. Yeah, that one's done. One thing that we are going to do, because I don't want them to cook forever. I'm going to put them on a cooling rack. What I'm going to do over here, I'm going to put the paper towels underneath the cooling rack because it's going to get, they are pretty moist. Alright. But if I just leave them on top of each other, they just will overcook. So I'm going to put those right here. Those will just continue to okay, that chicken's done. We're going to grab some more. I got to wash the pan in between, but I don't like just a million dirty dishes. Got a little bit of room left for another one here. Might be able to do this guy here too. And I think I can get this one in there. Full pan. Get that garlic nice and roasted. We want to be able to squeeze that garlic in between our fingers. Nicely washed green beans. Stuff those to the side. Rinse my plate off here. Okay. I don't like to put a bunch of seasonings on it. If I want more seasonings on it, I'll do that afterwards. Right now, I just want salt and pepper. So we made we made 3 packages of chicken. So we're going to have to do 3 more packages of chicken here coming up. Coming up. Give this a nice rinse. When I say that, I'm washing it with soap. So don't get all grossed out on me. Okay. Roasted garlic. And we're not cooking so hot that our garlic is burning. We're cooking slowly. We're doing what cast iron does. Cast iron makes everything so much better. Pull these other pieces of chicken out. Got 6 more pieces of chicken to do. So we're doing total of about, well, I could have told you about each one of those is 8 ounces roughly, so you got 8 times 12. You know, what is that, 96 ounces of chicken, somewhere in there. Quite a bit of chicken. Now, I like it in the Instant Pot too. However, I honestly I can prep quicker this way with my pan than I can with the Instant Pot, because the Instant Pot I'm limited to, you know, 3 breaths or so, and each time you have to heat it up, and my pan's not going to get any cooler. And honestly, the roasted garlic, the drippings from the pan, all get better every time you cook on it, and so I actually will probably have a better quality chicken once I get, you know, the first batch probably isn't as great as the second batch, but still pretty good. I'm not separating out that medallion this time. Just I like to, but I also like a nice big piece of chicken. Got a little fat on that one. And then we're gonna, so on my steak, when I meal prep my steak, all I do, I don't like to pre-cook steak, so I just vacuum seal it in the correct portions. Give this chicken a nice turn here. Oh baby. Amazing what, with a little bit of prep work, the kind of food that you can make at your own house. You know, everybody, you know, people just don't take the time to make their own food, and I actually love it. I don't love to meal prep. I'd rather make my meal, each meal. I think you guys saw that in the isolation room. I cook everything, and that's me. I just do that. I enjoy that. I enjoy it, and just what I do. Not everybody has to be like me though. But we're going to basically take a couple hours to meal prep a week's worth of food. And this works better for my wife. She likes to take this kind of stuff to work. And if I can make it a nice meal for her, that she could just take to work. Okay. Looking good, brothers and sisters. Can I get a shout out for my man Ike for just pushing me along on making sure that everybody gets to see the journey still, going along. I know that I'm going to get better at it. My wife yesterday, she's like, hey, you haven't streamed in a couple of days. I'm like, well, I know, but we had this and that, and you could see it on her face. She's like, stop making excuses and just stream. She gets home and she watches the entire stream. She reads every single chat that's gone on. She's pretty cool, man. She's pretty good. Okay. I think I'm going to use one of my big metal bowls. Should I use one of my big metal bowls? No? I'll use my other big metal bowl. I have a lot of big metal bowls, but that one's ridiculous. I'm going to line this with paper towels, put my green beans in it. Okay, I think I'm just gonna, well, I don't know. Am I going to? We'll see. We'll find out here in a second. So see that? My green beans. And my wife, she actually doesn't love the green. She's been spoiled. She loves the air fried green beans. We're gonna have to turn this up a bit, boys and girls. We got a little bit of moisture in there that needs to cook off. This one right here might be, yeah, that one might be almost done right there. Close. Not yet though. We're gonna get a little bit of that moisture cooked off. Hey, thanks, Katie. I appreciate that very much. Appreciate you. Yeah, the isolation wife. She loves this show and she loves you guys. She is like, she still keeps up with everything that goes on in all the other streamers stuff. So I hear about it from her. She loves everybody, man. She loves what the community did for, I did the salt, I need pepper. She loves what the community did for me during those months that I was just in the, started in the isolation room. And it's been really, really good. I loved the isolation room and I miss it. I love being with my wife and my kids. Don't get me wrong, but I do miss the isolation room every day. So let's talk to you about, I had to get a new AC unit, okay? I don't know if anybody out there, if any of you guys are like, I need an AC unit. Well, I did a bunch of, oh man, one of my 8 cartons must have opened because, oh man. Get a knife. We got a problem, Houston. Let's see here. I don't know which one it is, but maybe it's not my eggs. What else could it be? Not those. All I can do is clean it up. So, anyways, I was in the market for a new AC unit. And if you guys get into the market for an AC unit, it almost like hurts your brain because there's so much involved with an AC unit. There's all these different SEERs and why is it this SEER, why is it that SEER, and what does SEER mean, and what's good for you, and I can't tell you what's good for you, but I can tell you what I did. My house is 35 years old. And so they kind of figure that the SEER that I had was probably close to an 8 SEER. And the SEER really kind of affects how efficient it is. The higher the SEER, the more efficient it is. But it's not like these awesome gains in efficiency. Like, gosh damn it. Like the salesmen don't necessarily want to talk to you like this. Mine did. Mine was pretty awesome. The guy that I ended up going with, which if you're a Utah, it was Sublime Heating and Air or Sublime AC. Brad had Hancock. Anyways, when Brad put mine in, he basically, he was just real honest. He's like, okay, it's a couple of $1,000s a SEER to increase your to increase your unit. And that couple of $1,000, by the time you start having issues with the system, you probably haven't recuperated the money that it cost you. Now, there was I ended up paying about $10,000 for our unit. If I went to we got a 15 and a half SEER. If I would have went to a 16 and a half SEER, it was going to be $11,500. But that was going to be for what's called a variable system. Well, what is a variable system? A variable system makes it to where it ramps up and down your RPMs on your fan motor. And so it makes it to where you kind of get AC all day long and your fan runs all day long, which makes it more efficient, but also the quality of the air is a little bit more comfortable. It's about comfort. And that was tempting. But the problem is I didn't have variable before I went into before I got this new system. And so then my brain started thinking, well, if I never had it before, how will I ever miss that? And it just made it to where it didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to go to something. It's already going to be a 15 SEER is already quite a bit more efficient than what I have, like a lot more efficient than what I have. And so it just didn't make sense to me to swap. And so I didn't. I went with not the cheapest. The cheapest are about when they just build a house, and if a spec house, they usually do about 13 and a half SEER. Mine's a step up from that, but it's because the price is not that much different. You know, when you're building a house, I think that I would have went with the better system. But if you want like an 18, 20 SEER system, you're talking about like real money. You're talking about 20 grand, 20, 30 grand. And I wasn't willing to do that. And so I didn't. Get this, get some more chicken on. More chicken. So we've got quite a few pieces of chicken cooked now, and we're just still frying them up. We're gonna once this gets a caramelization, we're gonna take that garlic out and throw some more in here. Give this a rinse. We got our green beans. I don't know what leaked. I must have got water or something all this stuff. I'm gonna rinse. I have a bunch of figs. You guys like figs? I love figs, man. So anyways, long story short, I went with a 15 SEER system. It cost me about $10,000. That included the installation, a new thermostat. I changed to the Ecobee, which I told you is giving me fits. It gave me a new. I changed my return from 16-inch return to an 18-inch return. What that does is it makes it to where it draws a lot more air. It just makes it to where if you did have a little bit of a struggle before, it takes that struggle away because it sucks so much air in. It just sucks so much more air in. Oh yeah. So I'll show you bit of this chicken. So, remember I said I cooked it to like 145. It's perfect. Very tender, extremely tender. And the flavor is awesome. Even though it was just salt and pepper, it's awesome. All right, let's get this chicken out here, and we got one more batch of chicken to do after this one comes off, and then we'll move on to vacuum sealing, and we're gonna do some meal prep, like I said. Yeah, that chicken tastes phenomenal. All right, let's get this. We're gonna get these figs rinsed out. Oh man, do I love figs. All right, who likes figs? Look at this. Yeah, they're good. Nice and ripe. Nice fig. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them, but they are delicious. I'm a fig fan. All right, we got those salt and peppered. We have my figs washed. I need to put them in a, my green beans are about dry. My green beans we're going to stick into a, here's my meal prep bags. These are my meal prep bags for the green beans and the chicken. When I make a meal, I'll put them in a bag and vacuum seal them so that that's one meal. You can just pull that out. Even if you're going to, however you're going to cook your beans, like I would just leave them in there and cook it in the bag, but my wife will probably air fry them. Let's see here. Pull this garlic out. So it's going to look something like this. Let's get one of these. Getting my vacuum sealer going right here. I know you guys can't see everything, but I just didn't have I need more cameras set up or something. I wasn't really planning on doing this until, like I said, So you can see right here we have our chicken with some green beans, a couple of pieces of our garlic right there. Oh man, I'm gonna have to wash it. But you could just take that out of the fridge, throw it in your microwave, or boil it. I mean, I would just throw it in the put it in the microwave for a minute, but that's me. Need to put some more garlic in this guy. One of these pieces of chicken is done. Get some more garlic. La 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 la. Okay, so we can make a few of those with the beans and the garlic and the chicken. Low fat, high protein. Heck yeah. Just do like a handful of green beans, but you can eat as many green beans as you want anyways. One chicken breast, one half chicken breast, and then a couple cloves of garlic. And that, you'd be surprised how much that cloves of garlic help you in flavor. It's gonna lock that garlic flavor into this bag. Like a little healthy TV dinner. Look at that. Whoa. Hell yeah. Sucker's gonna be good. You can see the juice in that guy right there. Oh man. Lost a piece of garlic. That chicken right there is done. We're gonna have to put a little bit more Earl in there. All right, let's do another vacuum sealer. Maybe let's get these figs out of there. I mean, tell me how many times that you went and got groceries. You went and got groceries with the thought process of eating healthy, and then what did you do? You let the groceries go bad. That's what we're doing, is we're maximizing our groceries by actually using them, and then we're also assuring ourselves that they're not going to go bad because we're vacuum sealing them. I can keep a grocery, these green beans, whatever it is, I can keep them good a lot longer in this bag than I can by just sticking them in the refrigerator. And like I said, it's like a little TV dinner. I kind of make some that are a little bit more More packed with green beans, less packed with green beans. But the chicken's about the same quantity every time. I eat more green beans than my wife does. So at Costco, you know, I'm a sucker for good meat, for a good steak, but I've been eating just sirloin. I've been just eating sirloin because it's just so much better for you. Well, they had some prime sirloins over there, and I would have loved to eat them, but I just got regular choice instead. It's better for me. Better for me. It's better for you guys. Get that nice and married together for a minute. We got a lot more garlic in there. The smell is phenomenal. We got a nice, if we wanted to at the end, we've got so much, we have so much burnt on flavor, we could make a real good sauce, but I don't have wine and I'm not going to use butter, and it's just going to go to waste, which is a shame. All right, this is the last of the chicken. Last of the chicken. I'm going to do a little bit different on this one. We're going to put some of this garlic on top of the chicken so that I can fit it all in there. Anyways, if you were paying attention to the AC stuff, I kind of gave you the glossiness of it. It took me a couple of weeks to decide what I actually was going to do. I kept toying with that variable. I wanted the variable. I wanted to spend the money on the variable, but I didn't want to just throw money away. And for a little bit of comfort, for the extra couple $1,000s, I just didn't think it was going to be worth it. And so I was never, it was going to be for just comfort, not for saving money. When they sit there and tell you that you're going to save a ton of money and stuff, you are going to save money. You're not going to save a ton of money. You'll never recoup your money. I don't care what they tell you. That's all researchable. You can research all that and figure it out. You can, there's many resources where you can learn everything you want to know about AC more than you ever wanted to. I personally know more about AC than I ever have before. I bought an AC unit before, but I had a warranty back then, and they wouldn't let you choose what you got, and so it just wasn't I didn't really get to make a choice. Now, I've been very happy with that one, and that one was the lowest SEER. That one was a 13.5. And that was part of what made me keep what I had was, or do what I did, was because I have been very happy with this one. I have not been upset with this AC unit. See, I have two in this house. Now this house, it is large, but we have help. My mother-in-law lives in the basement. She has a full basement downstairs. And so we kind of share a lot of the, I mean, it was my house first, but we made a deal with her. We made a deal with her about 5 or 6 years ago that's worked out. It really helped my kid because he was able to buy her house. And so we just made a deal that worked out for everybody. That was pretty nice. And she's been, whew, man, she's been an awesome roommate, you know, basically. We don't ever see her because she's It's a big house. She has a full kitchen, everything, dining room, kitchen. It's not small. It's like 1,550 square feet down there. So it's just like a house. And before she moved in, I hated it because it was just I really didn't like, the house ended up being too big. I wish that we would have bought a smaller house. But when we got her, it made it not as bad. Because now it's usable space. Before it was just bedrooms and a bathroom and a laundry room. And now it's kitchen, living room, dining room. Oh, I guess it had a kitchen before, but I put in a nicer kitchen. The old TV dinners. Okay, we're gonna wash some asparagus. And then we're gonna keep the one bag of green beans the way that they are, so for my wife's late night snack, so that we can just air fry them. I was going to show you. So this is a piece of the garlic. See how it just squishes now? And it doesn't have that strong garlic anymore because it's been roasted. So it's just freaking delicious. I'm just going to bust off the back. Matter of fact, I'm going to use scissors. I'm going to use scissors. I know that you can just break these, but sometimes, in my opinion, they break too much off, and then you just waste too much of your asparagus. I'm just going to cut these. Asparagus, I'm going to do a little bit different than the green beans. I'm going to fry them up because I like to, because asparagus is good reheated. Probably cooking them with scissors, but yeesh. These are from Costco. They try to cut them where you want them, but they're not good enough. I also like to break them because if you got one that don't break, I usually don't eat those. They end up too soggy for me. Alright, now we got all those done. I'm going to throw these guys away. I'm going to throw them away. There's all my ends. It's a good couple pounds of asparagus. Gotta flip that chicken. Man, I wasn't going to. That still needs some work. That one might be close to done. That one's not. That one's not. No, they still got time. They got time. Alright. Dual purpose. we're going to just throw these asparagus in and let them get nice and garlicky. Oh yeah. I like to do those, like I said, I like to have a little cook on those. They won't quite do as good as the green beans will without a little English on it. Couple cloves of garlic. I've talked about, I don't know, I think I'm fairly good at this. I've had other people ask me if I'd do it for them, but I haven't wanted to because I'm like, well, I don't know how good I am at it. But I can make food pretty good. So there's some nice prepped meals right there. I actually have 5 now. You don't have to, but I like to rinse off my bags. I don't like to leave them just in case any of the juices or anything come up into that flap. I rinse mine all off. Oh, baby. Okay. Let's see what's the chat saying. How you doing, Orion? Thanks for coming. I use Costco stuff, but only because we don't have a Sam's here. I think that there's benefits to both, just depending on what you do. All right, we're gonna wash these. So I already rinsed these figs, but I'm just gonna wash the skins and dry them, get them nice and clean and. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The chicken's almost done. And then we'll move on to some other prepping. So my pork is pork chops. You know, they're real lean. They're a real lean product, and I do like those. But I like to sous vide them. So what we'll end up doing is we're just going to vacuum seal those in 2s. Should I vacuum seal them in singles? Maybe I'll vacuum seal them in singles. I'll vacuum seal them in singles, and then I'll sous vide the entire lot of them. And then once they're done, they'll come out and be a nice vacuum sealed. Let's see, we want. Okay, we're going to take these figs. We're just going to check this chicken real quick. I can tell by the firmness, that one's still got some time. That one's done. Got one done. Got a couple with a little bit of time left. Let's get these asparagus going. Okay. I like Costco. I'm a fan of Costco. Like I really like we would never have these figs. We have a Sprouts. I don't know if you guys have Sprouts, but you would think that you would have good produce in Sprouts, and I think some of their produce is the worst produce ever. So I'm not going to vacuum seal my figs. So my figs are going into individual 3-portion bags. They'll be about enough for 3 meals. So we'll have like potatoes, figs. We might even have figs for breakfast in the morning with my eggs instead of pineapple. If you've never made a fig preserve, oh man, fig preserves are some of the best thing ever. Some of the best thing ever. Okay. So now we have 3 bags of nice cleaned figs. Save yourself some time by getting them all washed and cleaned in bags, and they won't sit on each other and get all nasty. Okay, my chicken's done. Chicken's done. We're going to just keep on going on with this asparagus for a second, and then we're going to keep on roasting some garlic. See how this is. Not quite done. The bend test on those asparagus. We're going to put a lid on those. Alright, let's get some more green beans going. We're about done with green beans. We have another bag of green beans, but we're going to use those green beans for air fryers. Put some garlic in here. I swear to you, the garlic's going to be my favorite part. My eggs, obviously, I don't meal prep my eggs. I still do the same thing. I have egg whites every single morning, every morning. Very rarely do I not have egg whites in the morning. Actually, I don't know if I've had anything other than egg whites in the morning, to be completely honest. Maybe once. I just can't remember what it was. Okay. So this looks pretty good. Yeah. That asparagus is done. We're going to throw some more asparagus in. Probably pull this. Let's see how. Maybe get a fork to, or here, let me just use this. Yeah, I'm going to let that garlic ride for a minute. Throw another handful of asparagus in this guy. Okay. this was 2 pounds of green beans. 2 pounds of green beans, and then we had, like I said, about 96 ounces of chicken. We ended up with 7 bags of chicken and green beans. Okay, see those right there? Chicken and green bean. All right, let's take a mix on this guy. Oh yeah. Okay, let's make some asparagus and chicken. Nice package of chicken and asparagus. My wife's gonna love that, actually. She loves chicken and she loves asparagus. I'll use some of this garlic. Oh yeah, baby. What else is new? Let's think about this for a second. I saw that I mean, I don't know what everybody's take is on that thing with Fauci is, but I found it hilarious. Like, I love how both sides sit there and, this guy, all he does is say, I plead the fifth. And then the next day, the other party says, I plead the fifth. And everybody's like, you son of a bitch. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious on both sides. Not just one. I think they both make me laugh. It's like they forget from one day to the next what they say to each other. Let me try one of these. Yeah, needs a little bit longer. Get a little bit of steam in there. So the steaks, so the pork chop we could throw in the sous vide if you want to see how I sous vide them. I don't have a problem with that. But the steak, I'm just going to vacuum seal. I'll show you what I do. I like to, let's see here. I like to cook my steak right when I eat it. Now I will say that I have had that. I've had some steak and eggs some mornings, but it's still steak and egg whites. Steak and egg whites. Okay. Getting there now. Just needed a little bit of steam. I also cleaned the bottom of my pan. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to throw those other ones in there. I guarantee you those are plenty garlicky. Now you did notice that I haven't salted or peppered my vegetables, and that's because they're not cooked yet, and I usually will salt them after they're cooked. They're just not ready. So this is what I purchased. This is sirloin that is choice. I found the one, I looked for the one that had the least amount of fat in it that I could find. And so, I'm just going to take these. These are nice and thick, so they'll make nice steaks. You know, they'll cook well. So let's read this. It's 5 pounds. So we want 10 pieces. All right, we want 10 pieces of steak. Let's see, what do I have right now? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That takes us to 10 right there. A couple of these I'm going to cut up and we're going to do them. We'll end up making something else out of them. Going to take a little bit of this silver skin off. Luckily, that's not a whole lot of fat, but like now we got to just package them up into. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have the what we're going to package, which will be just about perfect. sometimes I will pre-cook my steaks because I like to have leftover for steak and eggs, but that's not what we're doing right now. If I decide to do that, I'll just pull 3 out. Well, that's a big old steak right there. We'll just pull 3 out. So I'm going to do this number. Each one's going to have its own individual bag, and then I can just decide what I'm cooking that night. If I'm cooking for 1 person, 3 people, and these will last weeks in the refrigerator, like literally weeks, which is why I like to do what I'm doing right now. That's what I was saying earlier, is how many times do you go shopping and you're like, oh, I'm going to eat so good, I'm going to eat well this week, and I'm going to eat my diet, and then 4 or 5 days later, the food is all bad because you did nothing with it, and the food's bad because you did nothing with it, and then you eat McDonald's. And it's better to just take the extra time, give it the old food prep, and call it a day. And I know this doesn't seem to be food prep because I'm not going to eat it right now, but I'm making it to where it will last, and it's going to be easier for me to, like when you have a big old daunting entire package with 5 pounds of beef in it, or if you just have a 1 pound section that you could just grab out and open up and throw right on the grill, which one is less daunting? We know which one it is. It's this one. And so those asparagus should be about done. But we're making quite a bit of food in a short amount of time. Okay, I'm going to start vacuum sealing those. Let's check these asparagus. Grab another pair of tongs. Yeah, they're done. You can smell them. You know, you can smell an asparagus when it's completed. Yeah, they're done. You're going to throw those right there. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to turn that off. It's going to be a minute before I want those, so I'm going to just kind of let them sit there for a minute. Like all of this stuff, you know, all your food, especially when you're cooking in large quantities like this, keep in mind that everything is still cooking even when you pull it off. So if I pull it off, so for instance, this one right here. This one right here. It's really pretty solid still, okay? I pulled it off around the same time as I pulled like this one off. And you see how much bend it has to it? It's just that it had time to sit. And that time to sit, it still continued to cook. If you sit there and take stuff off only when they're done, you're going to overcook everything you got. And I don't believe in overcooking. Some of this asparagus I'm just going to I'm going to vacuum seal so that I can eat it with steak. We got potatoes to prep. We got a lot of stuff to still prep. And you're probably wondering, well, why would you prep a potato? Well, it's all about simplicity, right? Like right now we have chicken and green beans. We got some chicken and asparagus. We have some garlic, and then we have some raw steaks. But again, the whole point of meal prepping is so you can see my meal prepped steaks, individuals. I got a whole bunch more to do, but so far you can see this entire cookie sheet of prepped meals. I still got to get my carb for those, which I will. But you don't eat a carb for every meal. You eat I eat green beans or asparagus for like every meal, but not a starch, not a green bean, not a rice or not a potato, but I do on some. So I got to work on that. All right. Let me continue on my steaks. Just get those done real quick. So yesterday, so on Wednesdays, my wife has my grandson, and what's going on with this thing? Yesterday, my wife had my grandson, and we decided what's going on here? I'm going to cut this one. Sometimes when you got these vacuum sealers, they'll kind of stall on you. When they do that, I just take the end off of it. I just cut it a little bit, and then I start over. Usually that works. It's just that it wasn't making a good seal on the front of that unit. It was either squeezing it tight, and so it wasn't able to breathe, or whatever. But anyways, yesterday we had my little grandson in the pool. Man, that sucker likes the pool. So he's so smart. He just is like mimics everything that we do. So I was swimming laps, and he's only a year old now. He's 14 months, and he saw me swimming laps, so he wanted to swim laps. So I grab a hold of him and I just have him underneath the tummy, and he's kicking his legs and moving his arms and putting his head back and forth, just pretending like he was doing the same thing as me. He's so awesome. I mean, it was so fun. Like, I couldn't believe how much that little 14-month-old was mimicking me. It was crazy. It was crazy. So what we're going to do with the potatoes is, I like to make air fried French fries. I like to sometimes I'll make a hash or whatever. So what I'll do is I'll end up peeling the potatoes, cutting them, and vacuum sealing them. We still got lots of stuff to package, and I mean, we're doing pretty good. But how long has this stream been going so far? Too long? Yeah, kids love water. I mean, I couldn't even begin to tell you how much that kid liked that water. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the analytics and see if people are interested in this food prep. I mean, I'm not set up great for it because, like, right now you guys don't see what I'm doing, but I guess I could have I guess there's a 360 camera at Costco. Maybe I need one of those so that you can continuously see it moving around. But I'm not being very good at staying with you guys, am I? But I want to make it interesting. If I'm going to stream for you guys, I'd like to make it interesting for you anyways. Okay, let's get some more asparagus done. Oh yeah. This one's just got those tenderloins, that little section of the chicken that cuts off the breast. Okay, those last two I'm going to do just chicken, in case you want to make something without, you know. Oh yeah, look at that. That is amazing. And then I'm going to do that asparagus alone as well. Mostly alone. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic in this asparagus. And then we're going to get some more garlic going. That's enough of that. So, what is your guys' favorite thing to meal prep? Like when I watch other people meal prep, it's like a lot of stuff that they're putting in there. They're doing like craziness, and mine's just simple meat and veg. You know, I'm not doing a bunch of sauces. You can't. I have a real issue with the sauces and stuff because you can't plan on how much sauce you have in each one perfectly. And I think that you get a lot more calories than what you were hoping for. But I don't want to do. I mean, it's a calorie in, calorie out, right? Calorie in, calorie out. Calorie in, calorie out. My garlic's a little sticky, which is awesome. Come on now. So asparagus and garlic. A few packages of that. Asparagus and garlic. don't think I'm going to have to make more garlic. So now I got a couple individual chickens to make, or to vacuum seal. Just in case you're going to make like a sauce or something, and you don't want the beans or the asparagus. So my rice, which we're going to make rice here in a minute, we'll make it with the Instant Pot. My rice, I measure that out. My rice and my potatoes I measure out. I don't usually measure. I'm pretty good at judging how much chicken I have, and I don't measure out my green beans. I can eat as much green beans as I want. Probably eat a little bit more garlic than I should. Okay. So there's all the chicken. There is all the steak. All the green beans, all the asparagus. We're just going to rinse this. And I don't need to for what I'm doing. So now I'm going to package up my... yeah, I do. I don't really need to package it up. I just need to put this over here. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting together my pork. I don't season the pork right now. I season it after because I'm sous videing it. And so basically it's just one pork chop per bag. And then after you're done sous videing it, you sear it. And I'll go ahead and go get the sous vide going. I'll go get my sous vide bucket thing. Did I tell you guys how much I missed you? Is there anybody even watching this? There's 16 people on here. Nice. Missed you guys. I kind of get lonely during the days, to be completely honest. I'm alone a lot. A lot. I don't talk to nobody. You guys probably think that I'm just out there. I'm not doing nothing. I do my work. I do whatever work I'm doing that day. I keep my head down, keep to myself. I don't do anything. And then I do these streams and I enjoy it so much, but then if I miss a day, then I feel guilty and then I have to work myself up to streaming again. I don't know what my problem is. Like, I enjoy it. I enjoy seeing you guys, and I don't really get treated that bad. Not as bad as you'd think. And so I don't know why I don't just do it every day. I mean, part of it is some days I don't know what to talk to you about. Like, I'm just trying to lose weight and be healthier for my family, and you know, I don't necessarily have a lot of hot topic informations like that stuff with the AC. That's extremely fun for me. Not so fun for everybody else. Nobody else wants to sit there and talk about AC for an hour, and I could talk to you about it for 2 hours. Nobody else wants to talk about water treatment, dumb stuff like that. I would talk to you guys about that for hours. Okay, so there's the pork. So we're going to get into peeling potatoes after this. I think before that I'm going to start throw some shit out of our refrigerator to make room for what I'm doing. Oh yeah. making your way downtown. Homebound. Throw this away. I bought one of those turkeys that I like so much, but we didn't eat the whole damn thing. That really sucks. I hate not eating all my food. I don't like waste. I hate waste. If I do this, I don't really waste too much. What's that noise? I keep on hearing a bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Steaks. What is that noise? Huh. It's the refrigerator, but every time I hit the door, it's like bing, bing. Really loved this fridge, other than the ice maker. I've hated the ice maker. It's not an old time ice maker that you could just fix. It's been a pain in the ass since I've had it. And so I've not enjoyed that part of it. But this part of it I love, which is I'm just putting all the meals into the drawer, the meal prep. Alright, those are done. These, so we're gonna, since we're doing it, we're gonna vacuum seal all these pork chops and then we're gonna put it in the sous vide. And then tomorrow, when I do the stream again, because it takes 4 hours to get those done. I'm going to put those in the, what time is it? What time is it, folks? 1:06. Yeah, that'll be perfect. I'll have pork chops for dinner because they'll be nice and fresh and ready to rock. Let's see, what is people saying right here? How you doing, Banks? Uh-oh, another one that's giving me a hassle. Let's cut the end off. Another nice thing is you make this big old mess just once. You only got to clean it up one time. That's kind of nice. Wow, that one don't want to, she don't want to give. There we go. Nailed it. I'm going to run upstairs and get my sous vide. Actually, do I know where the sous vide element is? I have no idea. Maybe it's right here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, let me go up there and get my sous vide bucket. All right. I'll tell you one thing that isolation room did for me is I listen to a lot more music now. Lots more. All right, we're just going to fill this full of water. While that's filling, I gotta pee because that's what happens after the mold. So if you guys don't know what a sous vide is, a sous vide is basically just a water bath. It's a hot water bath that keeps your meat at a certain temperature. You can usually keep your meat at a lower temperature than if you were to cook it on a grill or something, because if you keep a meat at a certain temperature for a certain amount of time, it kills everything in that. It kills everything in the meat the same as if you did it at a higher temperature. And so it's a time thing. So we're going to put these right here. So we're going to cook all these at once. It'll take us 4 hours. No, we can do it in 3 hours. I do it in 4 hours when they're frozen. I actually could probably do it in less. Now that I think about it. And I'm sorry if people are chatting and stuff. I can't look. I don't have the ability to see the chats right now, not with moving around so much. And I probably ought to try to talk to chat more. And I will. But the goal is to do as much of this as I can, right? Now, I could do this exact same thing with the steaks, but like I expressed, I really enjoy a freshly cooked steak off my cast iron. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see. Put this over here. Okay, let's see if these all fit underneath the water. Because that's part of it, right? Making sure that they are all submerged. Looks like I need some more water. So we'll put some more water in there. Yeah, those were pork chopes, and we're going to cook about, I think it was about 10 pork chops at once, and they'll be cooked perfectly. I need to look to see. I think it's 145. $145, yeah. $145 for no more than 4 hours. That will be perfect. You can actually, when they're thawed like this, you can do them in less time. You can do them in an hour. So if we're still going in an hour, I'll bust one of them out for you and let you look at it. Now that's for medium. That's for medium. You can do medium rare. Nowadays, you're allowed to do medium rare on pork. You know, they're always changing meat, I feel like, and you are able to do it you're able to do meat at a lower temperature now. There you go. I already had it. I had it at 140. We're going to do 145. My water's already at 125 because I roll like that. I don't have little kids. I'm going to have to do a bunch of dishes when I'm done here. Okay, guess what time it is? Potatoes. Actually, you know what? Let's make some instant pot rice real quick. So, when I make my instant pot rice, we don't really need the, yeah, we will. When I make my instant pot rice, I like to rinse the hell out of my rice. I really, really do. Why? Because I gotta. No, just because I like to. I like to, we're going to put this over here because I'm going to work right there. Appreciate Lisa for donating this really nice Instant Pot. I still use it about 4 days a week. Not this week though, because I'm going to well, you know what I'm going to do. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse this rice really good. And I'm going to use this bowl that I just rinsed the vegetables out of. We're going to make about 3 cups, which if you cook in an Instant Pot, so you kind of want to be precise. But here's the problem. Are you going to rinse or are you not going to rinse? And I like to rinse. So we're going to get 1 cup. Oof. Did I have a different? I feel like I might have had a. Okay, 1 cup. And I'm going to rinse. I like to rinse. I think a lot of people don't rinse their rice. I don't know why I do. Gosh, do I have a different thing for this? I do. We're going to use this rice, which is the exact same rice. I'm just going to put this rice into this one. Make it easier on myself. we ended up with like 14 different open bags of rice, which is awesome. Okay, so now I can pour it out. We're going to do 3 cups of rice, which is going to yield about double that. 2. But the problem is being specific. If you do 3 cups of rice, you need 6 cups of water. But how do you get exactly 6 cups of water when you rinse? Well, I usually do I end up doing about 5.5 cups of water instead of 6 cups, so that I can. You end up leaving some water in there, no matter how hard you try. I don't have a cheesecloth. I guess if I had a cheesecloth, I could wring it out, but I don't have a cheesecloth. Now, when I do my rice, I'll bring this over here. When I do my rice, I do salt mine, which is, this is sea salt. We're going to do a good amount. And then I'll usually put lemon powder or lemon, but I think I'm going to use, I'm going to use this lemon powder. And it just gives it a nice little lemon flavor without overpowering it. Sometimes I'll put dill in mine. Now I'm going to get my 6 cups of water, but I'm going to actually do, like I told you, I'm going to do a little bit less than that. There's 1. And what you're doing when you're rinsing it, right, is you're getting rid of the starch. And I know a lot of people from like Louisiana and stuff, they think I'm crazy. They don't agree with it. They don't rinse their rice. And they make really good rice down there. This is just how I do it. Or and you might be like, well, why do it with the Instant Pot rather than a rice cooker? And I personally do that, so 5 3/4. I do that because of laziness. Rice cooker takes a long time. This does not. This takes, I can cook all this rice in about 14 minutes. You know, be ready to rock 14 minutes from now. Getting my rice nice and mixed and cleaned. Like I said, you can use a cheesecloth or something. I just rinse it till the water's pretty clear. Kind of gold pan it out, you know. Kind of do the gold pan. There you go. Nice and clear. Nice clear water. Get rid of a bunch of that starch. Okay. And there's at least a quarter cup of water in there. That's why I'm just like, you know, I'm just going to add a little bit of, or take out a little bit of water. If you don't take out the water, it's fine. It just to make it a little bit over, in my opinion. A little over. I like mine a little al dente, kind of not crunchy, but still firm. All right, 10 minutes or 14 minutes from now, we'll have some finished rice. I'll put this over to the side. I cook a lot of rice in this, so usually when, yeah, it's already set for rice. Okay. Now, potatoes. We're gonna use dirty rat. We're gonna use the best potato peeler on the planet that I got from Gel. I actually already had one downstairs, but now I got two of them. One to shit on, one to cover it up with. And we're gonna, we'll do about 15, 20 potatoes. Nothing crazy. And then we're gonna slice them up however I want them. Some I'll do in fries, some I'll do chips. You know, there we go. That's good. And then we're going to, we're also going to do probably a little bit of onions. I might prep some onion so that I could have those for my morning eggs if I so choose. Okay. I need a bowl. Multi-purpose. Let's use this big steel bowl I have. Now, potatoes get brown, and so I'll vacuum seal them to keep them from getting brown. You can also do this and just submerge them in water, but if I vacuum seal them or bottle them, even if you bottle, have you ever had a bottled potato? They're actually pretty dang good. I've done quite a bit of bottled potatoes in my life, early life, when I was a kid. My parents didn't, but my neighbor down the street showed me how to bottle potatoes, and I did them myself. I did them mostly when I was younger. I haven't done a bottled potato for a bit, but I learned that from a neighbor, which was pretty awesome. All right, potatoes. This is going to make it nice because then you could just, you know, stick them right into the air fryer. I might even cover them in some Pam when I put them in there, because that's what they're going to be, is they're going to be air fried. So they'll just be ready to pour right out and air fry. I'll tell you what, if you don't have a Instant Pot, it is very, very versatile. I use it for everything. So let's take a look at my... So right now we've cooked chicken, we're cooking pork chops, we're cooking rice, we've cooked asparagus, we've cooked asparagus, and we're about 2 degrees off of being, so when that thing beeps, we have 1 hour, and we can pull out a pork chop and I can show it to you. It'll be the same temp. It'll be completely finished in 1 hour, and it'll stay completely finished for 4 hours in the water. If you let it go longer than that, then you're changing the consistency of the meat. When you, like, let's say that you wanted a brisket, Well, you could do a brisket at about 135 degrees. But depending on the time that you have that brisket in the water bath is what the tenderness of that brisket's going to be. In 24 hours, it's going to be still firm, kind of like a pot roast. 48 hours, it's going to be fork tender, okay? Pretty much like barbecue. You could throw it on your grill, sear it, and it'll kind of come out like a barbecued brisket. 72 hours, it'll be spoon tender. Still meaty, but spoon tender. You'll be able to cut the whole thing with the spoon, but it will not be overdone. That takes 72 hours with the brisket. There's that beep. So at 2:30, those will be done. So 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. 5:30 is perfect. I'll be able to make pork chops for dinner for my wife, which is a nice feature. Right now, if you just joined or anything like that, I'm peeling potatoes. It's all about food prep today. We've food prepped chicken, pork, and beef. The beef we did not cook. We just individually packaged. We made everything to last. We wanted everything to last a long time, right? And that's the goal, is to make it last a long time so that it'll be good to eat a week from now, or even 10 days. I'd say if you wanted to eat that chicken 10 days from now, it'd be just like I cooked it today. My wife, my daughter, they make meals out of it that much later. Like when they went on the camping trip, I made them a bunch of chicken. That's all that they ate. My daughter's got that gallbladder issue, same one that I had. She has not been eating very much. If you guys are familiar with Bloom, I'm going to let you know right now what she's going to kill me over. She has a boyfriend. She just, her and a boy just made it official. He's just I think they're about the same age. He might be a year younger than her. She's 26. I think he's 25. Sounds pretty, he sounds like a really nice boy. I haven't got to meet him yet. Sounds like a really nice boy. Somebody that I personally would probably get along with pretty good, because he likes some of the stuff that I like. And so that sounds pretty good. Bo, I actually do 4 minutes, 10 minutes natural release, and then my rice is done. But this is jasmine. I don't know about other rices. I just know jasmine, which is what I use typically. That rice that you're talking about, I do think it's a little bit firmer. It might take a little bit longer to cook. I cook my chicken, though, that long. My chicken is 9 minutes. My chicken is 9 minutes and 10 minutes release, natural release. And usually I'll have some other stuff in there with the chicken when I'm putting it in the Instant Pot, like carrots and potatoes are about peeled. I got pretty good at peeling potatoes inside of the room, and I've just been been increasing that talent. A lot less bloody knuckles. It also helps that these are really nice peelers, right? I need to rinse off my board, and we're gonna start cutting up some taters. I got to use a different knife than the ones I pulled out earlier. Those are meat knives. This is really, you got to use like a Santoku or something. Where's my, there it is. Gotta wash this cutting board. Okay. Let me see what I got for a Santoku. Oh no, I'm sorry, I pulled out my cleaver. That'll work. Just got to put a little bit of an edge on it. All right. I'm going to do these a couple different ways. These ones I'm probably going to just do chips. Yeah, I'm going to do a few chips actually. I cut them in half when I do these chips, just so they'll sit. If you want a perfectly round one, that's on you. Nothing I could do about it. And I make my chips a little bit wider because if not, they get a little bit too crusty to me. I like them to have a little bit of potato on the inside. So I need my scale. My sous vide is a Nova sous vide. Okay, I only like about 6 ounces of potato each, 5 to 6. So I'm going to measure my potatoes out. So that was perfect. A perfect amount of potatoes. I've done this lots though. Now, I do my potatoes like this. You ultimately, if somebody finds out that you're making potatoes, you might have 100 different people coming out of the woodwork to have your potatoes. So if you don't want to measure those and you want to measure after, that's fine. But it's kind of important to measure your potatoes before you cook them, because they lose a lot of water weight, and that water weight doesn't take away calories. Okay, I'm going to make a couple more chips. Okay, we need a little bit more for this guy. We're going to grab this little potato right here. About half of this guy. There comes the rice. Rice is about up to temp. So you don't count all this time as time for the rice, right? You only count the time once it's reached its pressure. There it hit right there. We not only do I have an Innova, but I've liked it so much that my brother has an Innova now, my sister has an Innova, my son has an Innova. We all have Innovas. I've had mine for 5 or 6 years, but I've never tried it, but the Instant Pot also does sous vide. But I'm usually using the Instant Pot for so many things. I want to make me a nice soup. I did not know that, Bo. Yeah, now it's on its 4 minutes now. I have to have another little potato. So there's my chips. Today was Haley's first day of back in school, or I mean Bloom, I'm sorry. Bloom's first day back in school. But she gets her gallbladder taken out tomorrow. So that's not going to be fun. She played all summer long, man. That girl is a busy, busy girl. Okay, I'm going to make some French fries. More like a JoJo kind of. I don't like to make them too small when they're in the air fryer. Again, I like a little bit of substance inside of my French fry. And so I'll make them usually a little bit bigger. More like a JoJo. Yeah, I had mine taken out about 2 years, maybe 1 year ago now. Yeah, maybe 1 year ago now. In the beginning, it gave me colitis and pancreatitis, but once it cleared up, it was good. Some French fries. I did not put Pam in there. I'm just going to do it like I always do. Okay. So now you could, if you wanted a little bit of mashed potato or whatever, very simple for you to take one of these and just throw it in a boiling pot for, 20 minutes. Get yourself a nice bit of mashed potatoes. And you can make single portion mashed potatoes, obviously. Should be, yep. All right, so we've made a lot of food, man. In the beginning, you're like, there's no way you're gonna make a week's worth of food. It's a lot of food, man. There's the 4 minutes. That rice. A little bit too much potato. Nope. I like JoJo's too because they have so much more surface area. They give you a lot of tasty crunchiness. Let's do this one. Tonight we'll end up having, I'll make some rice with pork chop and asparagus. Sounds fantastic. I haven't really changed my potato making much. It's still 20 minutes. If you're going to make some fries or chips or anything, they're basically the same. About 20 minutes. A little bit of fat-free spray, cooking spray, and a little salt. Bob's your uncle. You know, one thing that I struggled with before I went in the room, which everybody knows, is I really had a problem with swelling. I have not had a lick of problems with swelling anymore. I don't really understand why, but just healthy, I guess. Because I can eat salt, I can sit around if I want. I just don't get that same swelling I used to. Pretty nice. I'm sure it's from just being healthier. If anybody's wondering how Darcy's doing, she loves the pool again. She loves me being out of the room because I get a lot done around here. Like I've done a lot since I've been out. Quite a bit. A lot more than I did before I went in the room. Like I just am kind of back to how I was forever ago. Which has been pretty nice for both of us. All right, there's all the taters. Just got to vacuum seal them, throw them in the... So this is just a time saver. It's not, doesn't take that long to make a potato, don't get me wrong. But if you have it just ready, you tend to actually do it. Piece of garlic, anybody? Oh, big. These two can go back. So we did 10 steaks. 10 pork chops. We did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 pieces of chicken, plus a bunch of tenderloins, and then the green beans. the green beans, the asparagus, some figs, potatoes, and rice. Don't forget the rice. So Bo, mine is a stainless on my Instapot. It's not a non-stick. I got stainless purposely, even though I didn't buy it. The person who did buy it knew that I don't really like, I'm not a big fan of non-stick. And it's all individual. So if you don't want to feed 2 people, if there's 3 people, if there's 4 people, or whatever you got, you're just ready to go. Doesn't matter how many there are. Another thing is, I mentioned this the last time, but if anybody here, if you have problems at your house, if you're like trying to fix something, or like you got handyman work to do, and you'd like to have some advice, send me and matter of fact, you could do that now. If somebody has a question about handyman work, something that you need to fix at your house, and I can help, I'll read it and I'll tell you how to fix it, or what I would do to fix it, or the easiest way to fix it, or I'm pretty good at fixing stuff. And so if you have something that you've been like, man, I need to fix this or that, or I need information on it, or I'm just confused because there's so much information on it on the internet, maybe I can help you. Good job, Ike. I've changed a lot of garbage disposals in my life. A lot. If I don't know how to fix something, I definitely will figure it out too. I can help you. I can't tell you I know how to do everything, but more than most, less than some. Got 2 more packages of potatoes. Did quite a few packages of potatoes here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 packages of potatoes. Well, you could pop it while it's in there, Ike. You don't have to take it back out. Even if you popped it while you're in there, you just sweet. I think that's the end of the vacuum sealing today, so I'm going to put my vacuum sealer back. We're getting to the end of it, folks. We're getting to the end of it. What time is it? It is 1:54. Yeah, we might not be. Oh, there's so my rice is done. Rice is done. Let's see what how it did. Should have a little bit of a lemon taste. I use a screwdriver and a hammer, right? Well, that had a lot of pressure in there. Usually if I leave it for 10 minutes, it's about... All right, take a look at my rice here. Oh yeah, give it the old fluffer. Look at that. Perfect scalding hot rice. Yep. Turned out perfect. Look at that. Perfectly done. I got about five cups of yield right in there. That is nice. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna have it tonight. So probably what I'm gonna do is turn it off, leave this on there. I did not leave it on warm because I don't want it to continue to cook. I turned it off, unplugged it, and now I'm gonna let it ride. I'm going to wash my pans real quick. Put stuff away. My wife will be like, "What the? You put stuff away?" Just kidding. Ow. I'm curious to see what my so right now is starting to be when it gets hot upstairs if the air conditioner doesn't work. So I'm curious to see what it does. Let's see what it says here. It's an Ecobee, so it tells you. It says 72 degrees. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so that's done. I can leave that. Let me start rinsing this stuff off. Get this cutting board done. Was the stream down for a second? My bad. I don't know why it went down. Sometimes, this is my bacon press, but I don't always use a bacon press for bacon. I'll use it for chicken or whatever. So my youngest daughter, she started, well, she got her classes for college yesterday, so I got another college student going on. I have my older son, he's in a computer school, doing computer stuff. And then I got my younger son, he started, he became a manager the job that he's at. He works with kids with autism and stuff. He's a manager. I don't really understand it. He's a manager of a house or something like that. So that's pretty interesting. Been anything that I wanted more than my kids to do better than I did. And I think it's safe to say that they all are outdoing their dad. Which I love. My whole goal in life is my kids to do just a little bit better than myself. And then their kids to just do a little bit better than themselves. Right? Right. My pan right there is scalding freaking hot, so I should be able to season it, oil it up, and I usually use Pam. Most people are like, Pam, but it works good for me. It does what I need it to do. right. Really, really pretty. Mine is really, really pretty. Whew. Okay. Again now. Yeah. Okay. I guess my iPad's gonna die again. Pretty much done. I just got to finish my pork chops. Other than that, I appreciate all you guys. I'll be back next time. I'll be back tomorrow and show you how the pork chops are.